Hello students, welcome all of you. Today we will revise our civics second chapter, role of the government in health. So we have already completed this chapter in our previous video. So today we will revise the important points and important topics of this video. So watch the video till the end to understand all the important points, and if you will watch the video, then only you will be able to solve the worksheet. So watch the video till the end. Students, as you know that India is a democratic country, and in a democracy people expect the government to work for their welfare. Means people expect that government will do some provision for them, like for the education, health, employment, housing, or the development of road, electricity, etc. So in this chapter we shall examine the meaning and problem related to health, and we will also discuss that how it's related with the government and what is the role of government in the health facility of a country, of any other country, and India also. So we will compare India with the other country also, and we will compare two types of health facility, that public health facility and private health facility. We have already completed this chapter, so in this video we will only revise the main point. So student, what is health? You know that what is health? We can think of health in many ways. Health means our ability to remain free of illness and injury. So that is the health. But health isn't only about diseases. I mean, if we are diseases free, then it's only disease and only ability of remain free of illness. These things are not only included in health. You may have associated only some of the situation in the above collage, as this collage here you can see on your screen also. There are lots of situations represented here, like water, a good surrounding, a healthy area, and fresh air. These all these things are related to the health. So we need to think of other factors that affect our health. For example, if people get clean drinking water or a pollution free environment, they are likely to be healthy. On the other hand, if people do not get adequate food to eat or have to live in cramped condition, they will be prone to illness. Means if we will not live in a clean environment or in a clean surrounding, then we will definitely fall ill. So all of us would like to be active and in good spirit in whatever we may be doing. It isn't healthy to be dull, inactive, and anxious or scared for long stretches of time. So student, we have compared the healthcare in India. So how healthcare in India affect the common people. So let's again revise it. Let's just examine some of the aspects of the healthcare in India. So let's compare it. So student, as we have discussed that India has the largest number of medical college in the world and is among the largest producer of doctor. Approximately more than 30,000 न्यू डॉक्टर्स क्वालिफाई इन एवरी ईयर. मतलब हमारे कंट्री में डॉक्टर्स की कोई कमी नहीं है. देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ डॉक्टर्स इन इंडिया एंड वी आर प्रोड्यूसिंग 30,000 डॉक्टर पर ईयर. मीन्स 30,000 डॉक्टर्स आर गेटिंग देयर डिग्री पर ईयर. But healthcare have grown substantially over the year, and like in 1950 there were only 2,717 government hospitals in India, and in 1991 there were 11,174 hospitals, and 2017 you can say that it's twicely grow. The number grew to 23,583. India gets a large number of medical tourists from many countries. They come for treatment in some of the hospital in India that compare with the best in the world. Okay, so means the best in the world hospital are also available in India. So and people are coming from the other countries for their treatment as a medical tourist. They are coming here as a medical tourist and they come for treatment because there are the best hospital in the world. That's why they are coming here for their treatment. So India is the third largest producer of medicines in the world and is also a large exporter of medicines. Means India is also producing lots of medicines and its position is in the third number, and that's why India is the third largest producer of medicine in the world. So student, these 4 points you can compare these. That first, there is no any there is no any problem of doctors, means there are lots of doctors here in India, means 30,000 doctors are getting their degree per year, and healthcare facilities are also increasing per year, and India is the largest number of medical tourists, means people are coming from the other countries for their treatment, and India is also the largest third number producer of medicine in the world. Still the people of India, some people of India are not getting the healthcare facilities. Why? What is the reason behind this? Most doctors settle in urban areas, so people in rural areas have to travel long distance to reach a doctor. The number of doctors with respect to the population much less is rural areas. That's why rural areas people are not getting a good facilities of the healthcare, and they are not getting any doctor for their treatment. About 5 lakh people dies from tuberculosis every year. Tuberculosis is now not a that terrifying diseases that it was earlier, means TB is curable now, but still here in India about 5 lakh people dies from tuberculosis every year, and this number is also unchanged since independence. Almost 2 million cases of malaria are reported every year, and this number isn't decreasing. और ये सब तो तब है जबकि इतनी अच्छी हेल्थ केयर फैसिलिटीज़ इंडिया में हैं, इतने सारे डॉक्टर्स जो है वो अपनी डिग्रीज ले रहे हैं, स्टिल इंडिया इज़ फेसिंग लॉट्स ऑफ हेल्थ केयर प्रॉब्लम. So we are not able to provide clean water to all. What is the reason behind the people are getting ill? What is the reason behind this? That we are not able to provide clean drinking water to all, and 21% of all communicable diseases are waterborne. For example, diarrhea, worms and hepatitis, etc. So one reason of the illness of the people is that they are not getting clean drinking water. Okay, and students, we have already discussed this in our previous classes that pure drinking water and good health condition is our fundamental right. So still people are not getting their fundamental right, and they are getting ill again and again. So half of all children in India do not get adequate food to eat and are undernourished. So means half of the children, means people says commonly, this is the slogan of India, that children are the future of the country, but still half of all children in India do not get adequate food. उनको पूरा पोषण नहीं मिल पाता है, पूरा न्यूट्रिशन नहीं मिल पाता है. That's why they are undernourished, they are suffering from the malnutrition. In order to prevent and treat illness, we need appropriate health facilities such as health center, hospital, laboratories for testing, ambulance service, blood bank, etc. that can provide the required care and service that patients need. In order to run such facilities, we need health workers, nurses, qualified doctors and other health professionals who can advise, diagnose and treat illness. So we also need the medicine and equipment that are necessary for treating patients. So these facilities are required to take care of us. So students, as we have discussed that India has a large number of doctors, clinic and hospitals, and the country also has considerable experience and knowledge in running a public healthcare system. This is a system of hospital and healthcare run by the government. मीन्स पब्लिक जो हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम होता है वो उसे कौन चलाता है? पब्लिक हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम इज रन बाय द गवर्नमेंट, एंड इट हैज़ द एबिलिटी टू लुक आफ्टर द हेल्थ ऑफ अ लार्ज सेक्शन ऑफ इट्स पॉपुलेशन स्कैटर ओवर 100,000 ऑफ विलेजेस. Means public healthcare hospitals and the governments are running all the public healthcare hospitals in all the areas that are scattered in all the villages and all other areas. So it is the responsibility of government to run these hospitals, and we will go into more detail on this later. Moreover, there has been a phenomenal advancement in medical science, whereby many new technologies and treatment producers are available in the country. So students, as we have discussed the two column, in first column we discussed that how the healthcare facilities are provided in India, means doctors, the number of the doctor, the number of the hospitals and the medicines. There is no any shortage of medicines and doctors in India. We have already discussed this, but still the health of the Indian people is not very good. Means half of the children are undernourished, and people are still dying from tuberculosis, and people are every year we can see in the news, you hear that lots of people are dying from the malaria, chikungunya. So with all the above positive development, we are not able to provide proper healthcare facilities to people. This is the paradox. Sometimes that is contrary to what we would expect. Our country has the money, knowledge and people with experience, but cannot make the necessary healthcare available to all. So in this chapter we will look at some of the reason for this. So student, this is the main point of this chapter that we will discuss in this part in this video, that our country has the money, knowledge and people with experience, but cannot make the necessary healthcare available to all. Okay, because they are not able to use these facilities, they are not able to conduct these facilities in a proper manner. So we will look about it. So student, as we have discussed in earlier video the story of Hakim Singh and the story of these two boys, Aman and Ranjan, we have already read the story. So now Ranjan, who were getting his treatment from a public hospital, and Aman getting his treatment from a private hospital. So from the above story, you must have understand that we can roughly divide up various healthcare facilities in two categories, that is public health services and private health services. Now we will revise what is public health services. The public health services is a chain of health centers and hospitals run by the government. They are linked together so that they cover both rural and urban areas. Means there are lots of public hospitals, जिसको आप लोग गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल्स बोलते हैं, बहुत सारे हैं इंडिया में, और ये सब के सब आपस में इंटरलिंक्ड होते हैं. ऑल दीज पब्लिक हॉस्पिटल्स आर इंटरलिंक्ड टुगेदर. So from common illness to at the village level, there are health centers where there is usually a nurse and a village health worker. They are trained in dealing with common illness and work under the supervision of doctors at the primary health center, जिसको हम PHC भी बोलते हैं. PHC word is used for the primary health center. Such a center covers many villages in the rural area at the district level in the district hospital that also supervise all the health centers. So large cities have many government hospitals such as the one where Aman was taken, and also specialized government hospitals such as the one in Hakim Sheikh take his treatment. That we have already read the story of Aman and Hakim Sheikh in our previous video. You can again read the story of Hakim Sheikh and Aman in your book also. So the health service is called public for many reasons. In order to fulfill its commitment of providing health care to all citizens, the government has established these hospitals and health centers. Also, the resources needed to run these services are obtained from the money that we, the public, pay to the government as taxes. Means students, you can see that in public hospitals, governments are giving free treatment to the people. So, from where they are getting the amount and from where they are getting the money for these resources, means they are getting the money from the taxes we are paying. Hence, such facilities are meant for everyone, and one of the most important aspects of the public health system is that it is meant to provide quality healthcare services either free or at a low cost, so that even the poor can seek treatment. Another important function of public health is to take action to prevent the spread of disease such as TB, malaria and jaundice, cholera. So it is the government to aware the people, it is the work of the government to aware the people about to get them out TB, malaria, jaundice, cholera, so they can be safe from these diseases, diarrhea, chikungunya, etc. This has to be organized by the government with the participation of other people, other advisors. So otherwise it is not effective. For example, when taking up a campaign to see that mosquito do not breed in water cooler and rooftops, etc., this has to be done for all houses in the area. So, recall the story of Hakim Sheikh. Would you like to know what the court said in this case? According to the constitution, it is primary duty of the government to ensure the welfare of the people and provide healthcare facilities to all. So the government must safeguard the right to life to every person. Okay, so this is our safeguard, that we all have a right to life. So the court said that, मतलब आपने पढ़ा था कि हाकिम शेख ने कोर्ट में अपील डाली थी, मीन्स while a court against the hospital that they were not admitting him in the hospital. So because it is our right, it is our fundamental right, and it is the safeguard of the Indian citizen, that right to life. So if the hospitals are not admitting them in any in any emergency case, then we can file a case against hospital, because it's our fundamental right, that is right to life, means that means they are demolishing our right to life. So the court said that the difficulty that Hakim Sheikh had to face could have cost him his life. ठीक है, अगर हॉस्पिटल उनको एडमिट नहीं करता तो उसकी जान भी जा सकती थी. इफ़ ए हॉस्पिटल कैन नॉट प्रोवाइड टाइमली मेडिसिन ट्रीटमेंट टू अ पर्सन, इट मीन्स दैट हिज प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ लाइफ इज नॉट बीइंग गिवन. The court also said that it was the duty of the government to provide the necessary health services, including treatment in emergency situation. Hospital and medical staff must fulfill their duty of providing the necessary treatment. Hakim Sheikh was denied treatment at various government hospitals. Therefore, the court asked the state government to give him the money that he had spent on his treatment. So now you can understand that what is the system of the government hospital, means what is the system of private public healthcare system. So now you can understand this. Now private healthcare facilities, we will discuss about the private healthcare facilities. Private healthcare facilities. So there is a wide range of private health facilities that exist in our country. A large number of doctors run their own private clinic. So means private hospital जो है वो गवर्नमेंट नहीं चलाती है. These are run by the doctors, some doctors who are running their private clinic. So in the rural areas, one finds registered medical practitioners, RMPs means registered medical practitioners. Urban areas have a large number of doctors, and many of them providing specialized service. There are hospitals and nursing homes that are privately owned, and there are many laboratories that do tests and offer special facilities such as X-ray, ultrasound, etc. So there are also shops from where we buy medicine. So these are also we can also include these things in private हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज़. मीन्स लाइक कभी हम जाते हैं एक्सरे के लिए या अल्ट्रासाउंड के लिए हॉस्पिटल में जाते हैं, या फिर मेडिसिन के लिए, तो ये सब किस में इंक्लूड होंगी? प्राइवेट हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज़ में. ओके, so as the name suggests, private health facilities are not owned or controlled by the government. Okay, आपको जैसे नेम से ही लगता है कि ये गवर्नमेंट से नहीं चलाती है, ये गवर्नमेंट से कंट्रोल नहीं होती है. Unlike the public health services, in private facilities, patients have to pay a lot of money for every service that they use. Today, the person of private facilities can be seen all around. In fact, now there are large campaigns that run hospitals, and some are engaged in manufacturing and selling medicine. Medicine shops are found in every corner of the country. You can see. Now, healthcare and equality. Is adequate healthcare available to all? Means now we will discuss that is all the people of India are getting equal healthcare facilities. In India, we face a situation where private services are increasing, but public services are not. Means private services are increasing. Private hospitals day by day are increasing their services. They are increasing their treatment facilities also, but this increasing is not. We cannot see this increasing in the government hospital, means in the public services. Means we face a situation where private services are increasing but public services are not increasing. What is then available to people are mainly private services. These are concentrated in urban areas, and the cost of these services is rather high. Medicines are expensive. People cannot afford them or have to borrow money when there is an illness in the family. So some private services encourage practice to earn more. At times, inexpensive alternatives though available, may not be used. For example, some medical practitioners are found to prescribe superfluous medicines, injections, or saline when simple medicines may suffice. Means you can understand that private hospitals are taking more charges in comparison of the public hospitals, and sometimes they are giving more costly medicine which are not sufficient, means जिनकी ज़रूरत नहीं होती वो दवाइयाँ भी वो दे देते हैं only for the earning money. means उनका basic motto होता है earning money. In fact, barely 20% of the population can afford all the medicines that they required during an illness. Hence, even for those whom one might not think as being poor, medical expense cause hardship. It was reported in a study that 40% of people who are admitted in a hospital for some illness or injuries have to borrow money or sell some of their possessions to pay for the expenses. For those who are poor, every illness in the family is cause of great anxiety and distress. So this is worse is that this situation tends to happen again and again. Means those people who are not able to pay the high expense of the hospital, they have to sell their property and they have to do some other works to pay the bills. So these families are not eating as much as they should, so they are not provided basic necessity like drinking water, adequate housing, clean surroundings, etc., and therefore are more likely to fall ill. The expense of illness makes their situation even worse. So what can be done? What can we do for this? How these things can be stopped? There is a little doubt that the health situation in most people in our country is not good. It is the responsibility of the government to provide quality healthcare services to all the citizens, especially the poor and the disadvantaged. So, however, health is as much dependent on basic amenities and social condition of the people as it is on healthcare services. Hence, it is important to work on both in order to improve the health situation in our people, and this can be done. Let's look at this example, the Kerala experience. Here students, you can see in this map. Now we will discuss the above map of India show the state of Kerala in pink. You can see here, this is the Kerala. Here you can see in the southern part of the area, this is the Kerala. And now we will read about it. We will take an example of Kerala. In 1996, the Kerala government made some major changes in the state. 40% of entire state budget was given to Panchayat. Okay, they were giving 40% of the entire budget to Panchayat, and they could plan and provide for their requirements. This made it possible for a village to make sure that proper planning was done for water, food, women's development and education. Means they want to give 40% for the Panchayat. Why? So that the Panchayat can do give some facility to the people of the village. This means that water supply scheme was checked, the working of school and Anganwadi was ensured, and specific problems of the village were taken up. Health centers were also improved. So all of this helped to improve the situation. Despite these efforts, however, some problems such as shortage of medicines, insufficient hospital beds, not enough doctors remain, and these needed to be addressed. So let us look an example of the another country and its approach to issues of health. अब हम दूसरा एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं, द कोस्टा रिकन अप्रोच. Costa Rica is considered to be one of the healthiest countries in the Central America. The main reason for this can be found is that Costa Rica constitution several years ago, Costa Rica took a very important decision and decided not to have an army. Means they are not spending any amount of money on their army because they don't have any army, and this helped the Costa Rican government to spend the money that the army would have used on health, education and other basic need of the people. So the Costa Rican government believes that a country has to be healthy for its development and pays a lot of attention to the health of its people. So the Costa Rican government provides basic services and amenities for all the Costa Ricans. For example, it provides safe drinking water, sanitation, nutrition and housing. Health education is also considered very important and knowledgeable. Students, these are the glossary word of this chapter. You have to write this glossary word on in your notebook, and you have to learn these glossary words also. That is public. Public means an active or service that is meant for all people in the country and is mainly organized by the government. This includes schools, hospital, telephone services, etc. People can demand these services and also raise questions about their non-functioning. And private, an active or service that is organized by an individual or company for their own gain. Next important word is medical tourist. This refers to foreigners who came to this country especially for medical treatment. And communicable diseases, those diseases which are communicable, so it can spread. So those diseases which can spread, that is known as the communicable diseases. OPD means our patient department. This is the short form of our patient department. This is where people are first brought in and treated in a hospital without being admitted to any special ward. Ethics, more principles that influence the person's behavior. And generic names, these are chemical name of the drugs. They help in identifying the ingredients. They are globally recognized. For example, salicylic acid is a generic name of a aspirin.